Alright, everybody. I'm live and that. Just been watching Goldfinger and that. Just, yeah, the screen. Yeah, great film, as always. Bond films are. Well, the old ones anyway. The Ian Fleming Bonds. But yeah, Goldfinger, great film and that. A lot of sort of action and that in it. Not too much, because still in the 60s and that, but well, the 60s got some great action. Had like a kitted out car, the DB7, I think it is, the Aston Martin DB7. Like the first time, I think, yeah, that Bond has like a car with gadgets and that. Great film and that. Yeah, because bit of the review sort of thing. Let's get. Yeah, Sean Connery's face and all covers up. Um, I forget her name, but her ass. Oh, God. But yeah, great film. I like it. The review of it, like I say, it's a great film. It had a bit of a sort of relaxed, more James Bond film. There was less sort of actiony going on as much as most, but there's still action in it because it's a Bond film, so obviously there is going to be action in it. But yeah, Sean Connery back as Bond for his third outing. Yeah, does a great job in that. And like, I've got the cast of the Shirley Easton. Yeah, she's the one who gets painted gold. And then there's Honor Blackman, Gret Forbes, who plays Goldfinger, like, and then um, Harold Scatata, who plays Ob Job. It's, as you can see with the thumbnail sort of thing, it was Ob Job, but not that clear. And then Tanya Mallet, she played like Tilly, and that. And then Margaret Nolan played Dink. And then Desmond Llewyn, Q and that, and Bernard Lee as Lois Mack, Will as Miss Moneypenny. Yeah, quite a lot of oh yeah, Beck Quat, isn't it? Yeah, yeah. Had a different Felix Leiter again. No, trying to look for who played, but yeah. CEO, CEC, say Linda played Felix Leiter in it, so yeah. But great cast and great film. Had like a lot of sort of fucking like action in it, but I'd say not as much action for a Bond film, but still some good action. Yeah, because like it's all about Goldfinger wanting to break into Fort Knox, the gold um, reserve part of Fort Knox, and like when I go on to the spoilers and that, I say why he wants to break him, but and so like yeah, they send Bond out. Like obviously they don't know his plan to do Fort Knox over sort of thing, but they just want to send Bond to check him out because he's getting a bit of gold and that, and they just want Bond to make sure that the gold that he's dealing in is kosher gold. So they say to Bond like, "Oh yeah, go check him out and that. See see if he's kosher and that." And then he finds out like, no, he ain't kosher. And then he finds out, oh yeah, not only is he not kosher, he's getting illegal gold. He wants to break into Fort Knox. And then so Bond stops him. Spoil a bit of a spoil, but obviously we know, like apart from the last Bond film, um, No Time to Die. Well, even with No Time to Die, he still saves and stops like the evil plan, but he dies. But in this one, yeah, he survives to get some um, Bond girl pussy action going with Pussy Galore. Because yeah, it's the one with Pussy Galore in and that. Oh yeah. Yeah, like quite a bit of action in that. That's it, but not loads. This film is more of a sort of suspense and action because there's bits in it where Bond got to like talk his way out of stuff and that. More than fight his way out. Even though he does do a bit of fighting in it and that. But that's not the um, greatest of action film of a Bond franchise sort of thing. But yeah, we got yeah. Yeah. Still the spoilers. Yeah, I should say spoilers, but it's fucking. mm, Well, so spoilers then. So it starts off where you see Bond swimming into like this um like place where he's been sent and that, and like he he's got like a mission to blow up some heroin stuff with bananas, or bananas stuff with heroin, one of the two anyway. So he goes, gets in there, like plants the like explosives and that, and sort of fucking beats up a few guards and that, and fucking like make sure like he gets into town and that, into a oh sort of bar. So so when the explosives blow up all this heroin laced bananas, or bananas laced with heroin, whatever they're like doing with the heroin, it's got something to do with bananas and all. That's what anyway. He blows up all these heroin banana things, and he's in sort of like the bar where it's like a little shanty bar. I think it might be in Colombia or somewhere like that. I don't know. But anyway, like he sort of like goes back to his hotel room and that, sees like this bed who's all like, oh yeah, James. So he's like, oh yeah, she's in the bath and all sort of thing. Because wherever she's living, she's got like a little hut. Well, it's not a hut, but the bed, the bath is right near the living room door, where the front door is, sort of thing. So she like gives him a kiss and all that, and this dude like creeps in and that, and Bond sees the reflection from her eyes, and that the dude's creeping up behind him, so he starts fighting with him in that. Like fucking pretty decent like fight scene and that. Like fucking it was in the 60s sort of thing, but yeah, pretty good for sort of the 60s standards and that. Well, he chucks him into the bath and that, and then he famous scene where you see him, the dude, try to get the gun, and then James Bond just throws this heater thing into the bath, and it cutes him, and that, and it's all like shocking, and that, and then yeah, Bond sort of like leaves and that, and then fucking. Goldfinger sort of the theme tune comes on and that fucking Shirley Bassey giving some fucking vocals and that. So the intro sort of Goldfinger music finishes, and then you see like "Welcome to Miami Beach." So he's Bond's in Miami and that, and then like these Felix Leiter sort of like he's talking to Bond and that, and he's like, "Oh yeah, want you to check out this dude Goldfinger," sort of thing. He's like looking a bit suspicious and that. He's sort of like your next mission to check out, see what his game is and that. Well, anyway, Goldfinger is sat playing cards and that at this beach hotel where Bond's like there, where he was getting his like a massage from this bed. Who then when Felix Leiter comes, he like slaps her ass to say, "Oh yeah, yeah, go on, love, run along. I'll talk to you later." Well, Felix Leiter says, "Oh yeah, check out Goldfinger," because even though he doesn't sound British, he's British apparently in that. But he's one of them like globalists where even though he might have a British um, passport, he's been around the world, so he doesn't sound British. Well, Bond um, finds out like Goldfinger's cheating and that because he's got this other bed up in this hotel apartment with binoculars and spying on his opponent's cards. Well, anyway, Bond goes in and that, and he's all like, "Oh yeah, what's all this and that?" And she's all like, "Oh, don't be doing that. Get out." He's like, "I don't think so," and that. And then he starts fucking around with Goldfinger by talking to him on a radio, saying, "Oh yeah, you're gonna lose now because if you don't lose, I'm gonna grass you up to the um, hotel beach security sort of fucking patrol, or like be a bit pissed off and that." So he gets in there and that and fucking knobs this bed and that, and then she's all like, "Oh yeah, hot as fuck for Bond." So Bond fucking probably knobs her in that, but you don't see it because it's a Bond film. And then he fucking is in the kitchen, and Objob, even though you don't see Objob much, you know it's Objob, because when you see the film, you know it's him. But when you first see it, you don't really know it's Objob. But so Objob smacks the back of neck of Roger Sean Connery's Bond and that, knocks him out, and then when Sean Connery Bond wakes up and that, she's all painted in gold, and because they didn't leave, obviously when they did it in the film, they did leave some space on her skin so her skin could breathe, but in the film, the storyline is they don't leave any sort of the painter fully and that, and so she dies and that. Oh, and so fucking it's like gold paint and all. Obviously, when you the front thumbnail and that was uh, of the front cover shows you she's painted up in gold. Famous scene. If you've seen Bond and that, you've seen the famous clip of her being painted up at fully gold. Well, anyway, Bond is like a bit distraught and that, and he goes back to London, and sort of like tells him, "Oh yeah, um, he's a bit dodgy, Goldfinger and that. So, want you to see if he's um, gold. I think where they say, yeah, well, what want you to fucking investigate Goldfinger, especially now he's like killed a woman, but they can't prove it, and so Bond just wants to like fucking do his job and that. Yeah. And like yeah, he talks to Miss Moneypenny and that, and like, yeah, has a meeting and that, yeah, and then that's when they're like talking about gold and that, and they want you Bond to go check on Goldfinger to see if he's legit, because they've got a good suspicion that he ain't now, like he's killing women and that. And so he goes to Q, where Q shows him the DB7 Austin Martin and that with the ejector seat and machine guns and back um, plate of steel, so it's bulletproof sort of thing, and smoke and petrol. Your typical fucking spy car that like most cars get copied in films and that. And yeah, so Bond goes to Q, gets like his car sort of fucking um, shown to him and that. And yeah, then um, to like get um, familiar with Goldfinger, he goes to Goldfinger's golfing club and like pretends like he needs a partner to go instead of playing golf by himself. He wants someone to play against. So Goldfinger hasn't seen Bond, and so like yeah, he plays like golf against him, and then Bond shows him this gold bar that he's got. That's worth $5,000. Oh, is it $500? But yeah, obviously it's done in 1964. I think. So yeah, in them days it was quite a lot of money. Well, play golf and that, and Bond fucking swaps. Well, not um, Goldfinger bets with Bond for the gold bar and that, and because Bond wants to like make sure fucking Goldfinger and that is gonna be sort of like talking to him so he can infiltrate him more. He like says, "All right then," and so he swaps Goldfinger's golf ball, for a different one, and then so he wins the match because he like claims, "Oh yeah, well, Goldfinger was cheating at first, but Bond sort of cheats that like, oh yeah, okay, your ball, you didn't use the right ball, and that you must have hit a different ball when you was on," and so he gets disqualified, and so Bond wins like 5 grand or 5,000 or 500,000. I can't remember, but and so like Goldfinger's a bit pissed off in that, and Job crushes a golf ball to show how pissed off fucking he is, and that. Uh, and then Bond puts a bugging device onto the car. Yeah, and then there's that scene, famous scene, where Job shows Bond his hat by throwing it at like a statue, and it cuts the statue's head off, and that great scene, and that. Another one of them Bond scenes that when you watch sort of like advertisements and that for the Bond franchise, they usually always, well, you used to always show that bit sort of thing. Well, because Bond puts like a tracking device on the car, um, he can like follow them and that, and I forget exactly where they go, but it's somewhere where. Well, anyway, Bond's like follow them and that, and then this woman shoots, tries to shoot Goldfinger, but she misses and that, and then Bond sort of like fucks her car up when she sort of like tries to overtake him and that because he's got these expendable sort of like for American viewers hubcaps, or for British viewers and that wheel trims like come out and fuck the tire up of the car, and then Bond says, "Oh, like makes out like, oh yeah, you just got like a natural puncture in that." And so fucking like, "Oh, do you want to fucking lift in that? I'll go into town." He's like, "Oh yeah, if you could, like, I won't mind." So Bond like gives her a lift to like this petrol station where she gets a sort of lift whatever to fucking um, the hotel because it's going to take a few hours or a day or two to fix the tires. So then, like Bond, like says, "All right, okay," then, and he fucks off to check out where um, Goldfinger's gone, where he's got like this sort of training base sort of thing that he has with like his military soldiers, but they're not fucking soldiers are out. They're just sort of like guards. The sort of disguised as sort of security guards. They're military sort of soldiers, but he like climbs up into a spot and on the roof, and he's like checking in and that, and he can see like the way um, Goldfinger is importing like um, sort of cheap gold is by making them look like cars. Like there's a few sort of storylines where they make the car in solid gold, then paint them like cars, and then they can just import and export them. So, but then he starts talking about oh, it's not the Grand Slam, or it could be. It was some code name. But anyway, he's talking about one of his missions called, and so Bond hears him, but he don't know what it is. Well, Bond then sort of like gets the fuck out of there, sort of thing. Gets back into like jungle, and then he hears someone walking around and that, and it's the bed whose tires all shot tried to shoot fucking Goldfinger. Well, Bond sort of like grabs her, but they're not this wire thing. That's like a tracking device, so or an alert system. So the cover's been blown. So then they sort of like get to Bond's Aston Martin DB7 and that. And they're getting chased, and then this is where you see like the classic sort of smoke fucking um, system and oil slick sort of thing where it fucks up the cars and that, and then like comes to a bit of a dead end, so puts up the back shield, and that they just start like shooting and tells the last to start running, but then Objob gets his hat and throws it, and he doesn't chop her head off, but it fucking breaks her neck. They probably maybe wanted it to chop her head off, but it was like, oh no, that's going to be too much. We'll just make it break her neck and that. And so, yeah, she's like dead. Bond sort of like gives himself up, sort of thing, because he knows, oh yeah, there's not much point because they're outmanned and that. So then, like, Objob and that, and these sort of like security staff get like Bond in the bed, even though the bed's dead, they just taking away the body, and they get Bond to like drive his car, and there's a security guard with a gun pointed at Bond to make sure, like, oh yeah, you drive it fucking where I want you to, sort of thing. Well, they come to like this checkpoint and that where this granny sort of thing like opens up this like Swedish checkpoint point. Yeah, so I forget where exactly it is, but I think it's somewhere on a Swedish border sort of thing. Well, Bond fucking burns off when like he's got a chance, and then like does the ejector seat to the passenger who's like with the gun at the side, but then like he burns around sort of thing, tries to escape, but sort of comes up to this wall with a mirror on, and he thinks it's his own car, swerves off and crashes, and then so he's took back to Goldfinger, where another famous bit where the laser beams like cutting. It's a gold sort of sheet that's near Bond's legs, where he's got his spread leg and it's going up to his groin area, and there's the famous line, "You expect me to talk, Goldfinger?" And like Goldfinger's like, "No, I expect you to die, Mr. Bond." Yeah. And so like as a last ditch sort of effort, um, Bond says, "Oh, I know about Operation Grand Slam, and if you kill me, like I've got it all written down, and so they're gonna like find the if he's bullshitting, like he don't even know what Grand he just aired it and that, but he he says to Goldfinger like, well, because Goldfinger's like, oh yeah, you might have just heard it a name, but you don't know what it's about. And so Bond's like, yeah, but can you take that chance? So Goldfinger's like, oh shit, maybe I can't. Maybe it's best for me to just keep Bond alive, make sure fucking he don't report back to headquarters or out, and because if he's still alive but not reporting back to headquarters, they're just gonna think that everything's all right, and Bond doesn't know like what Goldfinger's up to. So like Goldfinger sort of like says to Bond, "All right then, right? Well, fucking, I'll have to keep you fucking like a prisoner because if Goldfinger kills him, he might as I say he might have had like information whether he checks his hotel room or something with him, and so he like gets this dude to shoot Bond with a fucking tranquilizer dart, and then he wakes up with pussy galore. Um, what's her name? She was in fucking me Honor Blackman. Yeah, that's her name. Like she's like the pilot and that because she's fucking yeah, oh, well fucking uh, woke as fuck. Where she's got a female pilot crew and that, and so she's like a pilot that's fucking working for Goldfinger as a personal pilot and that. Well, um, Bond sort of like says, okay, yeah, like I'll fucking chill for a bit. And they like he sets his homing device sort of thing, puts it in his shoe, and then like just sort of lands and that at Goldfinger's base, which this time is in America somewhere. I'm not exactly sure, but it's his ranch sort of thing, where it's also like an enemy base come training camp sort of thing, where he puts him in a sort of like holding prison cell. So he's still alive, like, but can't go anywhere. And then like he's having a meeting with these mobsters that he's got around because he hadn't paid them for a job that they did where they smuggled in this sleeping gas that he needs to take over Fort Knox with. So all these gangsters are mobsters and that, all like from different sort of families and that. They're all there and that, and they're like, right, we want our million, because he promised them $1 million in gold each. So therefore, the $1 million. Well, he Goldfinger's like, right, well, I'll tell you my plan. My plan is to steal loads of gold from Fort Knox and that, and if you sort of like let me fucking, because he probably haven't even got enough money really to pay him. But he's saying to him though, if you give me a few days and that, I'll give you £10 million, $1 million worth of gold, because I'm going to do Fort Knox over. Well, most of them say okay and that, but one of them says, "Oh no, fuck that. I just want the money and that." And like Bond, by by this time, he's escaped from his cell by sort of Spider-Man in himself up on like the roof of the cell and waiting for the guard to come in and then dropping down on him and that. And he sort of like gets to hear what the plans are in that, and of what Goldfinger's plan is to do Fort Knox over. Well, he gets found by Pussy Galore and some guards and that, so he gets put back into jail. And then, like, the dude who, one of the mobster dudes who said no, he just wanted the money, he gets like $1 million worth of gold put in the back of a car boot and driven off. Old Job is driving him off and that, and the other mobsters get gassed and that, and so like the they're they're all dead apart from this mobster who's in the back of the car. But Bond puts a tracking device on, and then so Felix Leiter starts following him, thinking it's Bond, but it's not. It's just mobster dude. Well, odd job. Oh, yeah. Yeah, right. Games, movie, and comics. Yeah, man. Yeah. Goldfinger song. Yeah. Shirley Bassey. Fucking belts it out. Yeah. Du, du, du. But yeah, so Job, he shoots this dude, mobster dude, and that, and then fucking takes the car and gets it crushed and that in like one of them car crushers and that. So he fucking takes the crushed up car back to Goldfinger with the gold in and that, so they can like dig the gold out. And because the car was crushed and that, the oh, homing beacon device that I got planted is stopped and that, and so the go to look to see if they can see Bond back at Goldfinger's ranch, and because Goldfinger gets Bond to come out and have a drink with him, and that the Felix Leiter that sees Bond walking with pussy galore, and I think Bond's getting in there and that, and so fucking like go to this barn and that, and then Bond like gets some pussy galore action going, and like then like the mission for the gold and that, they fucking female pilots get like sent out to like squirt the sleeping gas all over the barracks near the Fort Knox, so there's not going to be any resistance. So they do that, and then they get to Fort Knox, blow up the gate, and then fucking laser beam the fucking metal doors off with a laser beam that they're going to chop Bond in half. And then they bring in like this bomb where they find out like Goldfinger ain't going to steal the gold. He's going to set off a nuke. So all the gold will be radioactive, and so for like 58 years, that gold's going to be worthless because it's going to be radioactive, and that, which would mean his gold would be worth more. And so Goldfinger's plan is to make Fort Knox gold worthless, so his gold's worth more by setting off a nuke that will be radioactive for 58 years. So anyway, they put the bomb in, but Pussy Galore and the girls, or pilot girls, like for Bond, helping them out, they replaced or helped replace the gas with just or the sleeping gas with just normal sort of toxic gas anyway. So it just looked like there was pretending to be knocked out where they're not, and so they wake up. Well, they don't wake up, but they like get up and that when they hear that the bombs getting put into Fort Knox and that, and because like they start attacking Goldfinger to make sure that bomb doesn't fucking get moved out of the Fort Knox gold reserve part, he closes the vault door, and so this dude, he's like one of the soldiers and that. Oh yeah, and they handcuff Bond to this bomb because Goldfinger knows. Oh yeah, once that bomb goes off, then he don't give a fuck if it kills Bond then, because the plan would have been executed. So he handcuffs Bond to the bomb, this nuke bomb that they put in there, and then like the door closes, so there's Bond, Objob, and this dude, soldier dude. When the doors get locked and that, he tries to go and disconnect the bomb and that, but Objob just chucks him off the fucking fourth story fucking flight of stairs, and he had the keys to the handcuffs where Bond sees. Oh yeah, he's got, so like Bond grabs the bomb because it's fucking massive. It's like the size of a freezer, fridge freezer in that. Well, anyway, Bond drags it towards the dude and grabs the key out of the dude's sort of pocket and that, and unlocks the handcuffs and that, and then Objob tries to throw his hat at him and that, but it misses, and then so Objob fucking runs down to try and kill Bond and that, and he picks up his hat and that, and fucking Bond legs it, and then Objob throws his hat and it cuts the electric wire cables and that, and then Bond gets some gold bars, start throwing at Objob, but Objob, he's not all that big, but he's solid and that, and so fucking the gold just bounce off him and that, and then so Bond tries to hit him with a plank of wood, but that gets fucking chopped in half and that. And then obviously I'm supposed to be a trained sort of fucking martial artist or fucking, which he did do martial arts and that, the actor and that. So Bond's having no luck because he's getting slammed all over by Objob. And Objob sort of fucking beating the shit out of him with good moves and fucking. Even though Sean Connery is 6'2" and that, and built quite big, he's still getting manhandled, fucking getting smacked around and that. Well, anyway, he's beaten up quite bad and that, and Objob, he's gonna fucking take his sort of time, because I think because he knows he's gonna die, sort of thing. So I think he just wanted to beat the shit out of Bond and that. So he's throwing him around, but he throws him near his hat, and so Bond gets his hat, and famous bit you see where Bond throws the hat but misses, and it sticks into the bars, metal bars and that. And so Objob smiles and that, goes to get the hat, and then Bond gets them electric cables that got cut and puts it onto the metal bars, and then electrocutes Objob, which is a famous scene in Goldfinger that you'd have probably seen. And then so yeah, there's a minute left on the nuke radio fucking active fucking nuke warhead, but I don't know how much damage it'll do, but it's gonna kill everyone there with radio. Well, everyone in the vault, which at this time it's only James Bond, and so but then the army that was helping Bond and that, or guarding um, Fort Knox, they open the vault because they're pushing back the army, and so they all come in, and Bond's got like two bricks of gold, and he's trying to smack open the casing of this like nuclear fucking bomb, and it's fucking quite complex and that. But it's dated now and that, but for its day, it was like top homing fucking technology and that of nukes. But yeah. Well, anyway, Bond's like just about to rip off the wire and that, and then this dude sort of like comes who's a bomb expert and turns off fucking the bomb at 007, obviously, sort of thing. And yep, save the day. Well, save the gold and that with the fucking nuke going off and that. And like, yeah, everyone's like, all right, yeah, fucking, you deserve like a medal and that. Fucking the president of the United States, because it was American gold and that he'd fucking help save and that. It's like, oh yeah, we need you to fucking give you some medal of honor and that shit. So like, oh yeah, we've got a plane for you. So Bond's like, all right, yeah, okay, and gets to the plane and that, gets in, sits down, and then Goldfinger comes out of the plane with a gold gun and that. And Bond's like, "Where's Pussy Galore?" And Goldfinger's like, "Oh, she's flying the plane and that where she should be." And then fucking they have to start fighting and that. And then Bond shoots the window of the plane, and the air pressure like sucks Goldfinger out, and that pretty good effects for its day, you know, like 1960s sort of fucking effects and that. Well, yeah. So then Pussy Galore and Bond, they're like hurtling towards the ground sort of thing, because the air pressure's too much and that, and they've lost control. And then just for the last second, they like bail out, and you don't see them bail out. You see a little uh, little dot fly out uh, on this radar machine to um, make it look like, oh yeah, they've got an escape hatch, and then like the land, and then Bond and Pussy Galore start like making love underneath the parachute thing, and the end. Yeah, a great film. I say not as action packed as most Bond films, but still got the action in it and that. But yeah, great film. Yeah, that's like a lot of action, as I say, but not as much as a Bond film. But for a normal film, it's action packed. But for a Bond film, it's a bit not as actiony. But still good storyline though. The storyline's good. Right. Well, yeah. Right. Well, thanks to games, movie, and comics arrows. Cheers, man. Stop in that. Yeah, and I'll end it there. Thanks for watching. Cheers. Bye.